Good afternoon. It's Wednesday, October 28th. Yesterday and today, I'm tidying up bottoms. And yesterday, Anne Brecker pointed out that I was being a tad unsafe with the dust. That is to say, I have clay dust, which is a health hazard, and I'm just pressing it around, and I'm not wearing a mask. She's right. Okay. The issue of safety is a complicated one, in part because humans are complicated. We learn things from previous generations, we get habits, we have access to certain techniques, we differ wildly physically. So there are people whose clay practices have killed them. David Chainer, for instance, was convinced that he contracted ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, from his misuse of glazing and his experiments with glazes with high metal contents. And his generation, including my teacher, Betty McBride, thought nothing of sticking her arms in a bucket of glaze to, check for lumps and give it a little stir just before you did the next dip and that kind of stuff. And I've had to teach as a member of this sort of transitional generation where I will do that and then tell them not to do that. And I admit in my own practice, I do that far less frequently. I now, just let the paint mixer do what it does. But I'm also going to be clear about the times when that's not enough and that's not cutting it. In my own practice, I don't make a lot of pots. I'm not exposed to this stuff, 40 hours a week or 80 hours a week or whatever. The stairs down to the basement to my studio are probably my biggest health hazard right now. So the trick seems to be as safety conscious as you can be. Do what works for you. If you have reactions to certain things, avoid them or, take measures to protect yourself from them, because we're all different and we're all vulnerable. But if we get too vulnerable, we can get paralyzed and immobile. And everything becomes terrifying. So you got to find that middle ground between, too terrified to move and too bold to survive. Have a good day.